let's talk about something that I think we're all feeling. In this new AI era where everything is supposed to be faster and more efficient, do you ever feel like you're the one who's actually falling behind? Like you're just constantly rushing from one thing to the next, but never getting to the stuff you really want to do? Well, today we're going to take a deep breath and explore a totally different way of thinking. It's a way to manage our time that's inspired by the ancient Japanese wisdom of Wabi-Sabi. Ready? Let's get into it. I mean, this question right here, it probably hits home for a lot of us, right? It's that feeling, that constant hum of being on a treadmill that just keeps getting faster and faster. And somewhere in that blur, our own hopes and priorities just kind of get lost. Well, that's the exact feeling we're going to tackle today. And this slide really gets to the heart of the conflict. On one side, you have the AI era mindset, which tells us speed is everything, efficiency is what matters, and perfection is the only acceptable outcome. But Wabi-Sabi, it offers this beautiful, powerful alternative. It says, hold on, stillness is where you find insight. Imperfection is how you begin. And the real goal, it isn't perfection, it's finding the essence of what matters. That's the huge mental shift we're diving into. Okay, so here's our game plan. First, we're going to unpack the problem, what we're calling the modern efficiency trap. Then, we'll introduce the wisdom of Wabi-Sabi and break it down into a simple 3-step system you can start using right away to get your time and your focus back. It's a super clear path from feeling overwhelmed to feeling in control. So let's start with the world we're all swimming in right now, the modern efficiency trap. You know, we're told over and over that faster equals better, but as we're about to see, that's just not always true. And here's the crazy paradox of our time. As AI gets better and better at handling all the routine, predictable tasks, the work that's left for us humans, the really valuable stuff, is actually the inefficient work. You know, creativity, strategic thinking, connecting with people. But the pressure to be fast just cranks up the volume on all the noise, all the distractions from social media and notifications, and it robs us of the quiet, reflective time we desperately need to do that deep work. So, if this modern approach is just burning us out, where do we look for an answer? Well, let's turn to an ancient philosophy from Japan that, it turns out, is the perfect antidote for our very modern problem. So, what is Wabi-Sabi? At its core, it's this idea of finding beauty in things that are imperfect, that aren't permanent, that aren't quite finished. It's all about valuing simplicity, quietness, and the natural flow of time. It's a philosophy that teaches us to respect the journey, with all its bumps and cracks, not just some flawless final destination. And this quote just nails the whole point. Look, this isn't about getting less done. It's about becoming way more intentional. The real goal here is to stop letting your calendar be dictated by a frantic need for efficiency and to start actively carving out and protecting time for the few things that are actually truly essential to you. Okay, so how do we actually put this into practice? Step 1 is a big one. Embrace imperfection. This is all about freeing yourself from that constant, nagging pressure of the clock. Here are 3 really simple ways to get started. First, try the 70% rule. Just start the important work, even if you don't have everything figured out. Just begin. Second, give yourself some breathing room with what we're calling margin timers. If you think a task will take 30 minutes, schedule 45. That little bit of buffer is what kills the stress and lets your brain actually focus. And finally, stop the endless chase for the newest, shiniest app. There's real value and comfort in the simple tools you already know how to use. And here's a perfect example of that last point. The author of this system still uses a paper notebook. Why? I mean, AI voice recognition is way faster, right? But the physical act of writing things down actually boosts your memory and your creativity. You can sketch out ideas instantly. It's a fantastic reminder that choosing a slower, older tool can actually lead to much deeper and more valuable thinking. All right, so now that we've made some space for ourselves by letting go of that need for perfection, step 2 is all about using that space wisely. It's time to cultivate stillness, because it's in the quiet moments that we can finally figure out what's really worth our attention. I love this. It's a brilliant, super simple filter for your to-do list. For any task that comes your way, just ask yourself 2 things. 1, can an AI do this? And 2, if I skip this, will it really impact my life in a meaningful way? If the answer is yes to the first question or no to the second, get rid of it, delegate it, or just delete it. This is how you cut through all those luxury tasks that just keep you busy but not productive. This is so important.
Before you dive into a big, important project, create a little ritual of stillness for yourself. And no, this is not wasted time. It's a crucial transition. We're talking just a few minutes of quiet to block out all the external noise and just check in with yourself, with your own values. It's like tuning your instrument before you play a song. It sets the stage for real, meaningful focus.
So let's be really clear here. This is not about fighting against AI. Not at all. It's about being smart and using it strategically. By offloading the tasks that can be automated, you free up your most precious resource, your time and your mental energy, to do the things that AI can't do: learn, grow, and acquire new skills. That's where we humans really shine. All right, and that brings us to our third and final step: savor the process. And this might be the biggest mindset shift of them all. It's about moving away from being obsessed with the final result and learning to find real value and beauty in the journey itself. So how do we do that? Well, first, try keeping a process notebook. Instead of just tracking wins and losses, track your effort. Celebrate the fact that you showed up and did the work. Second, set gentle goals. Focus on the quality of how you engage with something, not just how fast you can finish it. And third, I love this, embrace your aging. Learn to see your past mistakes and failures not as things to be ashamed of, but as valuable, beautiful parts of your unique story. And this personal story from the author is just so powerful. They talk about shifting from a life that was lived way too fast to simply recording something good and new every single day. Just by tracking those small daily joys, the whole focus changes. It becomes less about being trapped by the need for results and more about simply living joyfully in the here and now. Okay, so let's bring it all home. Let's recap how you can build your very own Wabi-Sabi system to find focus and finally reclaim your time from the constant pressure of the AI age. It really comes down to these three core ideas. Number one, accept imperfection and let go of that crushing pressure to be perfect. Number two, focus on stillness to cut through the noise and find what's truly essential. And number three, affirm the process and find your value and your self-esteem in the effort you put in, not just the outcomes you get. That right there is the heart of Wabi-Sabi time management. And that brings us to the end. I just want to leave you with one final thought to take with you. Looking at your own life right now, what is one efficiency trap? Maybe it's checking your email the second you wake up, or endlessly searching for the perfect productivity app. What's one trap you can decide to let go of starting today? Just something to think about. Thanks so much for joining me.